Okay, guys, so I'm getting things ready because it's time to plant my larkspur, my annual larkspur. I did a winter sow of my larkspur. This is the rocket. And winter sown is just where you create these little greenhouse environments with anything plastic where the sun can come through. You create drainage holes on the bottoms. You take the top off of this so that the moisture can get into your containers. I planted these in January. I moistened potting soil, not seed starting mix. And then you just put your seeds on top. The larkspur, I put about 1/4 inch deep and put a little soil on top. I shut them up and I used duct tape to hold them. And up until last week, we started having 80-degree temperatures, and I thought it's time to unhook their lids so that they wouldn't fry inside. So they have been exposed to all elements. The one thing I love about winter sowing, and I'd love to be able to do more of my seeds this way, is you plant them once in January, you leave them out all season, and by the time you're ready to plant them, they're acclimated. You don't have to go through the 7 to 10 days or longer of climatizing or acclimating your plants from indoors, which I have several indoor seedlings started that I will have to, in time, get them acclimated outside by exposing them to a little bit of sunshine and then to the nighttime temperatures and then all day long. These are ready to go. They have been through snow, frost, cold, everything. So it makes them easier to transplant. And so with larkspur, which is what we're planting today, what I love about these, I have a cottage style garden and they have these beautiful spires that get up to 3 feet tall. These are a purplish blue color. You can get mixed colors. This is the rocket, which hopefully it doesn't matter what color they turn out, you never know. And they're deer resistant, they're drought resistant. Although when you first plant your larkspur, you want to keep the soil moist. They don't like to get extremely hot. These are spring and summer bloomers, but come in the late summer, they can dry out. The good news is they can reseed themselves. I haven't seen any new seedlings yet this April from my last year's sowing, but these are going to go in. And once their first flush of bloom, you can cut their blooms off. And I will then give them a little liquid fertilizer and let them rebloom. The blooms are great for cut arrangements, for dried flowers. They're good through zones, different varieties, 2 to 11. These are 3 to 8. I'm trying to think what else I've missed. Real rich composted soil, which I'll be adding compost to my soil, which is really good looking right now. And that's probably going to be it. They're an easy to grow plant, particularly if you can put them in these little containers in the winter. And I did last year, I threw some on top of snow, and I think I had 3 plants out of those. So they're fun to try and easy to put into your garden. So let's get these in the spaces. I have 3 or 4 spaces I'm going to put these in. I grew a few more this year. So let's get going. The first season of planting. I'll meet you at the garden. All right. Oh, wait, I do seed one. Yay! Are we on? Yeah. I do see. Here we go. I just said I didn't see a seedling, and right there is a seedling from last year of the larkspur. I can see the leaf already.
That looks like something I would have stepped on.
I know. I think I have. But anyhow, and I was just out here looking for them. So here we go. I've got my hole ready to go. I don't want to step on my foxglove back here. And let's get this turned over. I won't mulch these. I will just use compost. And so I'm going to put a little compost in this hole. So easy to do. This is my compost. Of course, you can buy it if you don't have it. All right. And let's get this out here. And this year I cut my container so I can easily get my plants out of here without disrupting them too much. I thought. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. So I'm going to plant.
You got one hanging down there, Vic.
I do. I'm going to plant at least 3. If I can separate them out. Yep, I can. Good. I'm going to put 3 plants right here together in this soil. The soil's moist too. I did water my soil, my pots, a day ago to get them ready to enter into their new environment. And I can't wait to see these bloom. We'll get them put right in the soil. Just as easy as this. I like to tamp that in, and I'll water that right in. The soil feels moist, but we want to get them all moistened up. Good. Now, I'm not going to step on that one. I'm going to put a little compost around it. That makes me so happy.
It's the little things, isn't it?
Well, it's a big thing because I like seeing my seedlings come back. And right over here, same thing. I've got the soil already prepped, a little compost, or a lot of compost. I don't want to step on all these plants that are coming up. There's just so many things to distract us this time of year. Last year, I just had them in one section, and I want more because they look so lovely. I love a spire in my garden, mainly because when I sit up there, you can see these nice tall blooms of the foxgloves, the iris, and now with my larkspur, I like it. Okay. So these 3, and I like them grouped together.
What do you mean by?
I like to have more than one plant.
Oh, I see.
I mean, some things you'll read, they'll say, oh, you don't want to crowd them out. These are so airy. Their leaves are so fern-like, and their spires are beautiful. I like to see more than one. So this is what I'm going to do. But you can do whatever you want with yours if you tried them. I recommend winter sowing. Try it. I'm addicted to it.
I think you had great success this year too. So far.
I've had great success. The liatris are looking good too. All of my seed, you know, I've been gardening for 50 years and I still am not perfect. I still haven't figured it all out. I learn something new all the time from all the gardeners, Jeanette and Jess and Kim and Jim Putnam and Laura, Garden Answer. And I mean, just there's so much knowledge out there. I keep going back and forth. This is when you wish you had an assistant.
Well, you do, but
I
he's
know.
holding the camera right now.
I know. Again, keep them moist. All right, onward and upward. I'll leave my bucket there because we've got, oh, good. Back and forth. I might have room for more. I'll just do the ones that I have holes for. Set those there and these over here. Oh, I do want to put some in that garden too. But we'll get these done on these. And Reg and I have a full day today. I've already been up this morning at my friend's house for coffee at 6:30. Oh, what a peaceful place to have coffee. They have a gorgeous farm. You could watch the deer and the horses run. It was gorgeous. I want to do that more. Get her to my house for coffee at 6:30. All right. Again, we'll get these out of their buckets. This one came out a little easier. Oops. Don't want to lose those. Be gentle. Be gentle with your plants. Those look good. Get those in there. They like a sunny spot too. I may have not mentioned that. Sunny spot. So late. They're spring and summer bloomers. And I like them just close to the front of the border because, again, they're very airy. And
You don't think the height distracts
no,
at the front of the border?
no, because they're just, what do I want to say, flowy?
Flowy? I don't think that's a word.
Flowy. Anyhow. Nope, you want to see them. Okay. And you'll know to transplant them when they have at least 3 to 5 true leaves. And these are up to almost 5 true leaves. And our weather looks good. Again, I'm not too worried if we have a fluke frost because, oh, that's what I'm looking for. They have been exposed to everything. They are hardy. Great. All right, onward and upward, people. So I have got 3 spots, and now I know I can dig a few more. But this is all you need to see today. Once you see a hole dug and composted and the sounds of excitement. But I think it'll be beautiful. I like repetition, and to see those spires all through the garden will make me very, very happy. There's a weed. And so if there's an iris bloom here and the spires of these, that will be gorgeous. Sorry, Reg.
Looks like we got what's a collection of cats called?
I don't know.
Clouder, is that right?
Who else here?
Well, Rip, and
Where's Rip?
he's up there with Midge, and then Mo's right behind you. And who knows who else may show up?
I love gardening with
cats.
With cats and humans. I do. I got to spend a day with one of my best friends in her garden, dividing daylilies and irises this week. It's like this time of year, you all know this time of year, there's not enough time in the day. Okay, so these will go in the ground, and after their first flush of bloom, I will give them some fertilizer, a liquid fertilizer, full strength. I mean, they say you can do it every 2 to 3 weeks, but I'm not doing that. The soil's great. I never did that last year, but I will do it this year to give them a little more flush of bloom, to expend their bloom. And that's it. We just planted our larkspur. The winter sown started in January. It's the end of April, and it's all up from here. I want to plant some Swiss chard this week. You know, it's forever. But you're watching Gardening on the West Fork, Zone 6, and it's time to get out and do these gardening chores. We'll see you the next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.